Hey, what's up? Good evening, everybody. Good evening. It is Thursday. It is Thursday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth Night, Chat 'em Up, evening, podcast, platform, whatever. Y'all know me. Doesn't matter what you call it as long as you are here. And I appreciate you guys being here. We're going to get started with this thing tonight. We have another great discussion. Another great discussion. So I appreciate you all that are here on YouTube. We may have some people that are on Facebook, but I want to, kind of divert everybody. If y'all could go on over to, if y'all can go on over to YouTube, I believe Miss Corey has put it in the chat exactly where we need to go. But for those who may have a little difficulty getting over to YouTube, I am going to share over. It's sharing on my personal page, of course, on my Facebook page, Wall Donna. Um, hmm, I'm trying to share it over to. That's okay. That's okay. We're gonna go with what we got. What we got. My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. It's streaming across. All right, all right. So here we go. Let's get started with this thing. I am Donna. I'm the creator of the Real Life Relationship Growth Platform. Welcome. I'm glad that you are here. Welcome in to those who are new to the channel. And welcome back to the ones who've been rocking with me for a minute. I really, really appreciate you all. Let me tell you guys a little bit about real life relationship growth real quick. I like to do this to make sure everybody knows. First of all, I say this every week and I say it all the time, and I'm going to continue to say it unless huh, that's a thought. It's a thought that I had, but y'all will grab that. Y'all will grab that later. I am not a relationship expert. I am a black woman in this world, living this life, doing a damn thing, and enjoying myself in the process. I have had some ups in life. Whoo, I've had some ups. I've had some downs, and I've had some downs. And I am working on that thing of keeping it, throwing it away. I really believe those things that help you grow, you got to hold on to that. You got to hold on to that. Rome wasn't built in a day, but if you keep that focus, things will get better for you. And you take those things and you hold them, you put them in your pocket, you share them, because we should have nothing good in life that we don't share with someone else. But those bad things, those negatives, those things that those things that kind of hold you down and bog you down, you got to learn to get rid of those things. Work on getting rid of those things. Don't keep them, don't hold them. Learn from them, grow from them, but don't hold on to them because they're toxic. They don't do anything but hurt you and bring you down. So this is the criteria for you to be a part of this family, right? There is a criteria. This is the criteria. You have to be single, dating, courting, married, divorced, or widower. That is the criteria. Guarantee. I hit everybody. Everybody viewing now, everybody that's going to view later, everybody that's going to get a chance to watch this because y'all are going to share it with them. Right? Right? Thank you. Thank you. But if you're at least the age 21, one of those categories is you. One of those categories you. So that means you belong here. That means this is the place for you, and I appreciate you being here. I really 21, do. I appreciate you being here. Y'all, my technicals. My technicals. All right. We got YouTube, we got Facebook, but we're going to get going. So let me bring the crew in. Let me bring my peoples in. I'm going to bring uh I gotta do it. I was gonna switch up, but I'm not, cause he gonna be like, nope, go back and do it right. Gotta bring my girl in first. I was gonna bring my homeboy Tony in first, but Tony is adamant that ladies are first. That ladies are first. So let me bring my girl Corey B in. What's up,
Hey,
Corey B? Hey sis.
hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I like the hair
Very
when
good.
you have it up like that. I
Oh,
like
thank
it.
you, thank you. I need to get it off my neck. It's hot.
Yeah, yeah. When you had those pretty locks, those pretty
Thank
locks.
you.
Yeah. So now let me do this because we missed him last week. We missed him. Hey, Tony.
Hey
Hey,
Donna, hey Corey B.
hey, Tony.
How you doing?
Yeah,
Very
Tony,
good.
we missed you last week. It
Good
was
to see you. I tried to pop. I was trying to pop in just to
Mhm.
for support, but I just never made it. I hope
Oh,
you guys
okay.
had a great time.
We did. We
We
did.
did.
It was a really good discussion. It was a really good discussion. And the next person I'm going to bring on, this young lady, she was a newbie last week. She was a newbie. But I always tell people, Tony and Corey, once you come sit on the couch,
Family now.
you stuck. You family. You with us now. You
That's
our people. And people always be like, yo, that was fun. I enjoyed that. Let me know the next one. Stacy just don't know what she did because I sent her a
Mhm.
text. What's up, sis? You on mute, baby. Hey,
Hello,
hey.
everyone. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah. You know how they say, first time to the house, you company, you a visitor. After that, girl, you know what the kitchen is.
Family.
You know what the kitchen is. Y'all had a good day?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure did.
Okay. And we got one more in the back. I'm not sure how many are going to join us tonight with this discussion,
Mhm.
but you know how we do. As they come in, we bring them on. This gentleman, he hadn't been. Oh, okay, okay. As I speak, there go another one. I'm gonna bring them both in. This gentleman has not been with us for a couple weeks. Um, but I'm gonna bring him on because you know when you have, especially the men, I just have to say, I love when the men come on and talk. You know, we always have these different platforms and stuff, and or women are saying, you know, the brothers don't talk. We don't know what they feel or what they think. Not here, not here, because the brothers are gonna come on and they're gonna let you know, hey, John. John is on mute and John camera is off.
Oh, hello.
Hey,
Hey, John.
Hello.
Hey, how y'all doing?
good,
Good.
good,
You
good. How
good?
was your day, sir?
I'm sorry.
How was your day?
It was okay.
It was
It was
okay.
all right.
Okay.
All right
So
there.
so let me know, let me ask, because you know you have the option. Are we gonna see your face tonight or you gonna stay in the backdrop with us?
Uh, you'll see my face for. I'll get on for a minute.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We appreciate that. All right. And then as I was speaking, like I said, we popping in. We can't do this without this brother as well. Hello, Mr. Soul Toucher.
Hey,
Hi.
Hey, King.
how you doing? How y'all doing? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody?
I affectionately know this brother as King.
That's his eye. It's good to be the king.
Yeah, it's good to be
If you
King.
don't know where that's from, you're just young.
Yeah, yeah, you'll know it. So Stacy King, Soul Toucher. That's my brother King.
How are you?
I'm good. How
Yeah.
are you?
Pretty good.
And John, when John pops in, if we get a physical John tonight, there he is.
Here we go.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
All right, Stacy John. We
Hi.
want to make sure all the cousins meet. You know how you come to family
How
reunion?
you doing?
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
that's your cousin over there. You're like, oh, okay. Unless we do a hookup connection now. We ain't from Virginia. What's it? We
Oh
do a hookup
Lord.
connection.
That means you
Y'all
can't
not
be
related,
throwing
okay?
that cousin title around
Yeah,
loosely.
yeah, 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 yeah. Y'all not related. Unless it's, you know, there's some kind of connection. Because I remember at one point a brother came on here and he was mesmerized with Miss Corey B.
Uh-oh.
Oh wow.
I've been
I
the
don't
face is
blame
trying
him.
to catch my face.
Looking at
Yeah,
that smile, I don't blame him.
listen,
Thank you.
he was mesmerizing. Before we ended, he had to say it. He was like, I'm just smitten. I'm just, this brother
Oh,
was
he
taken
was
by the
nice.
chocolate.
Mm.
He was nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. All right, y'all. So we are going to get started with our topic tonight. Our topic tonight is
Oh, thanks, Edward Smith.
when the intimacy and the sex fades. When the intimacy and the sex fade.
Mm,
Yeah, everybody take a deep breath.
mm.
Take a
Mm.
deep breath. We coming with it. We coming with it.
Stacey
So
had to take her glasses off.
What happened?
Stacy went, take these glasses off.
Stacy took the lenses off. She was like, "Yeah, I need to see every bit of what's going on, every bit." So there's a video that I have. I only use snippets of it that I sent to everybody for commercial purposes to let y'all know and let the audience know what we're going to be talking about. But I want to play the full video so we can get, the complete of what this young lady is saying, and then we're going to get into it. We're going to get into this discussion. Oh, I think I need to, I'm going to leave it how it is. Here.
Someone asked me, what do you think it would sound like if someone was brutally honest about removing sex from their marriage just because they're disinterested? Well, I think you would hear shit like, hey, I know that sex and intimacy is a big deal for you and that we've always used this as a way to stay connected, have children, bond, show love and affection, but I don't want it anymore. I don't want to maintain it, and I really cannot be bothered. It's not medical or anything. I just don't want to. I don't want to touch you anymore. And I don't want you to touch me. No more sex. But I don't want you to go outside and get it either. We're not opening the marriage because, well, then you'll meet somebody who's not going to give up on you, and you're going to want that. And you're going to see that I soft quit the marriage, and then you're going to want to leave. And then I'm going to lose all my comfort. And I'm okay with you losing your comfort, but I don't want to lose any of mine. So we're not going to have sex within the relationship, and you're definitely not going outside of the relationship, because then you're going to know that you deserve better. You at least deserve somebody who doesn't give up on you. So no, I'm actually just going to breadcrumb you along with false hope and then shame you with embarrassment into submission until you just stop talking about it. And by the time your mental health, deteriorates into depression, and that, you're not going to want to do anything either. And after more years, you'll have invested so much of your life and time and efforts, you're not going to go anywhere anyway.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
How,
Okay.
Now, just a snippet of the video that I sent out to everybody and that I, put up for the commercial, the responses was like, hell not. Like, what? One of the guys in the group that I have said, I don't negotiate with terrorists.
That would be my line right there.
Yes. I don't negotiate with terrorists. And it was hilarious, but it was real. It was true. But let me say this. This is real life relationship growth, y'all. And we know for a fact that there are some people who are dealing with this actual situation in their lives right now, which is why we are here. Now, we're never here to shame anyone, but we, sometimes it's good to get to the bottom of things. I think it's always good to get to the bottom of things, and not just look at it on the surface, and be like, because, I'm sure all of us had the same response. The 6 of us here listening to that video and watching that video. But let's talk about it. So I have a few points that we're going to get into. But I want to ask, and you know how we do, before we even start, Stacy, what did you think about that clip?
Whether it was the husband or the wife, I felt like that individual was being selfish. And in a marriage, you cannot be selfish, whether it's with sex or anything. And me personally,
Girl, just say it.
I would get a divorce.
Okay. All right. King, what about you? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, just to be brief and to the point, I'm out. That is totally unacceptable. I've been there and I played that game, and I will not ever, ever, ever do that again.
Okay. We're gonna come back to it. John, what you think?
I'd have to go too. I get that it shouldn't be the main thing in a relationship, shouldn't be the biggest portion, but you looking for me or any man or even woman to be committed to you, and you want to extract something like that. No, and then make them pretty much. She's making a demand that you can't go outside. You're gonna withhold something, but not. Yeah, no, that'd have to go.
Tony, what you think?
So initially, I thought it was a joke, that they were just kind of joking, and I was waiting for the transition into something else. Maybe they were going to try to sell me something, but like King, I actually experienced that. That happened to me, and it's almost unexplainable. But until you've experienced it, you really don't know. And I did not leave. I did not originally get divorced. And I lived with it for a number of years, actually.
Okay. Miss Corby, what you think? What was your thoughts?
I thought it spiraled very quickly, but then you think about it, it seems that one thing can lead into another, leads into another, leads into another, and it made sense, but it was very quickly depressing. And I can imagine that if that really did happen, it'd be very lonely for the other person who wasn't choosing to, what's it called? Alienation of affection, something like that. For the partner that's still trying to win their partner back. I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, I have to apologize. There is, I think they call them stink. They have them, and I hear it, and I saw it. Now I just hear it.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you know that you look like one of those people in a scary movie. You hear something, it's coming, but you don't know where it is, and you just not going to get up and run like with your common sense.
Yeah, you see, I went off camera for a minute to see if I could locate it while y'all were kind of. All right, I just pray it don't come at me, Lord.
I don't think they eat much.
I'm gonna flip this whole dang on.
That buzzing around your head is gonna get so annoying so quick.
Yeah. I may have to call the boy to bring the broom or something. Matter of fact, let me text him. But we're gonna keep going while I'm trying to get some help in here. Come here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I thought in watching the video initially, because we were supposed to do this several weeks ago, right? And I'm like, I have to put this in the back pocket because we got to come back to this. And I need a broom. Thank you. Go get a broom. I thought it would be a good discussion to have, y'all, because I like for us to get deep. I like for us to talk about things that people don't really talk about. And try to be a help somewhere to somebody, because this is real. And there are reasonings behind it. I've never had this experience. Just handle it, please. I've never had this experience. He ain't helping me not one bit, y'all. I'm trying to be. Just.
You're probably trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. I've never had this. Go that way. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Hi, RLRG.
Hi,
Hey.
Okay.
Donna. Have you ever been deployed anywhere?
No.
I can tell.
I was not deployed.
I can tell.
Yeah. I mean, I was in the field and everything. No.
No.
Me and Bugs just don't get along. I don't care how.
Indoor cat. She's an indoor cat.
Okay, we good now. We good. I'm kind of tough, but certain things still get me. Okay, y'all. I've never had this experience. I've actually heard of people having this experience. I know people, kind of close to me as far as people that we talk personal, private things together who have had this experience. And like all things, there's always a source and a reason for things, even when we don't understand it. And I believe in having a level of compassion for everything, you know, and having a compassion enough to try to understand and be like, you bugging, you tripping, or okay, I can see why that is. I always try to look at it both ways like that, right? Tony, you said that you had a little bit of information you were writing today, right?
Correct.
Did you want to share that at this point, or is this a good?
So I'll just say this, but not share right now. But I
Okay.
was writing. It's a tool. I'm writing a book called The Marriage Toolbox, and one of the tools is the gift of sex.
Mm.
And what one of my co-authors wrote. I was going to share some thoughts, but it wouldn't really make any sense right now because
Okay.
we're just starting off.
Okay. All right. Got you. Hey Edward, thank you for popping in. Edward said he's gonna join us eventually. We waiting for you. We waiting for you. Leanna said, that really don't make any sense. Why hold some hostage like that? I agree, sis. Why? Like for what?
Yeah.
Kevin, Corey, can you read Kevin's? Before you read Kevin's, big up to my brother Kevin. What's up, Kev? Kev has been rocking with the RLRG channel since day one. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. Can you read what Kevin said, Corey?
No problem. Withholding intimacy or sex from your partner without medical reason is a treasonous act. You better get in that bed and give her your best 6 minutes. Woo!
He said the best 6 minutes.
Wait, treasonous act.
Right.
That's a good one.
That's a real good one. Treasonous act.
Treasonous.
All right.
Yeah, because she did mention that it was.
Sorry, go ahead.
They were not sick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were not
They were
sick.
not
So it's
sick.
like this is like intentional, like purpose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ooh, toxic.
It's malicious.
Yes.
Yep.
It's hurtful.
Selfish.
It's
Selfish.
intended to hurt.
It's intended to hurt. Yep, selfish.
Edward Smith says, when sex and intimacy fade in a relationship, it's often not just about physical desire, but emotional distance quietly growing underneath. Stress, unresolved conflict, lack of communication, or feeling unseen can slowly replace connection with routine.
Mm-hmm.
Without intentional effort to reconnect emotionally, mentally, and physically, partners can begin to feel more like roommates than lovers, even if the love is still present. In this kind of relationship, you will find both parties pulling in opposite directions. Disclaimer, I made sure this was not a dissertation. It's great, Edward. It was. But I will say the difference between what he's saying and what the lady is saying is this is two people kind of going this way. What she's saying is this person's here and the other one's like this. That person's still there. So to me, it's something going on with that person who says, don't touch me. I don't want that anymore. Why? There's a reason why.
Yeah. Which could come into some of the points that Edward is making.
It can, yeah.
It can come. But one thing that's sticking out to me with this statement is lack of communication.
Oh yeah.
So regardless of what side there is to this, whether it's a health thing or menopause thing or ED thing or all those those things, or diabetes and we know all those things can affect you sexually. Whether it's those or I just don't want you touching me. Like, get away from me. You repulse me. What?
And that's the thing. That's why I'm wondering the same thing. If it's repulsion, why are we even here?
Yeah, just
Mhm.
leave me.
Yeah,
Well,
you don't need you
she
repulsed
mentioned
by
why. She mentioned why she's there. She
Yes,
doesn't want to give up. She doesn't want to give up everything else. She just doesn't want to be touched or be
Yep.
bothered with sex.
Well,
Just
you can't always get what you want.
Ooh, that would take it to another. What he say? Treacherous.
Treasonous.
That would take it to another treacherous level. Treacherous. So you actually want me to provide for you? You want me to still pay my portion of the bills, or you still want me to? And you don't want to give me any type of sexual intimacy,
Yep.
And
'Cause
you don't want him to get it from anywhere else.
and you don't want
Yep.
me to go anywhere else.
I still want my
Then you'll leave me, because she said, "Then you'll leave me,
Yep.
and then I'll have to give up everything, and I don't want to give up everything. I just
And
want
then
to
when you leave me, you'll find somebody that's gonna be better than me.
Yes.
And she
So that's-
also said you'll find that you'll get someone worthy of you. Is that what she said? Worthy of you or something like
Or
that?
that you'll know that you'll deserve better.
Deserving
You
better. There you go.
deserve better.
There you go.
You know
Trying
you
to find
deserve
somebody.
That sounds
That's
like
what it was just
narcissist.
selfish.
Yes,
Yes.
like you're
I'm
trying to
sorry.
deplete me from everything, like make me feel the low of the lowest.
You're trying to ruin me.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to play head games with me, and then I'm gonna start looking at me in the mirror. Is there something wrong with me?
Bingo.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're not gonna play those mind games with me.
Now your esteem is shot because of somebody's uncommunicated issues. You gotta, It's time for therapy.
Corey, read Crystal's please, real quick.
Yep. Crystal said, I too have experienced both sides of this. But before just jumping to divorce, we need to talk about it without blame and accusations.
That's why I was saying what we see is not always what there is. How does that phrase go? What you see is not always what you get. Something to that effect, right? It's not always
what it seems.
Always what it seems.
No, things aren't always what they seem. There you go. Yeah.
Right.
I was trying to get it.
Right. Communication is always the key. Communication is always the key.
Even though communication is the key, if you come in if you with this person that's having an issue, which she clearly said that they're not sick, right? You're trying to break me.
Yep.
And leave me broken.
Yep.
And then you can still end up leaving me anyway, because you at this point I feel like you hate my guts.
Yeah.
And then I'm broke, and who knows what you're doing or going to do, or you're probably already doing it.
Yeah.
And some people do stuff for a reaction. You may want me to leave,
right?
So you won't be at fault,
right?
So I'd like to jump in on what Stacey just said. So coming from my experience, that's what the last part of what she said is what I originally thought my wife was trying to get me to basically leave. That she could basically say, well, he left me. I didn't leave.
It was on you.
Her.
Yeah.
Now, in saying that, in my experience, communication had nothing to do with it. The mind was already made up. There was nothing about communication or connection. You can't have connection when the other person does not desire connection.
Right.
When talking about something when the person really doesn't want to fix it is really a waste of time.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Having conversations and yeah, because
Now you got to
Just
get the
going
bell
through the
out.
most. You're wasting time, wasting energy.
You got to get the bell out
mhm.
because we did go to therapy
Oh yeah, it's out there.
multiple times, multiple
Yeah.
times.
Mm.
And what one of the counselors said to me in private was, "No, she doesn't want to change."
Mhm. Mhm.
Some people are afraid of change. They can't handle it. I don't know if it's a maturity issue or what, but
Can't handle the change.
can't handle the change.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
Yeah.
not.
think some people don't
I,
want to. They don't
I
want to.
Yeah.
they don't want to for that person, because if they really get with someone that they really like,
Hmm.
they will do what
Behavior.
that person. Yeah,
Hmm.
they will adapt and overcome.
Yeah.
And like I said, people can outgrow each other, or
Mhm.
I've been down that road.
you know. So, but like I had my experience was the total opposite.
Hmm.
When I was married, you know, communication is the key to everything. So we're discussing some of our issues, and out of the blue, my ex says, hey, I thought once you get married, you're supposed to have sex every day. And so, we went to our marriage counselor was a bishop, and the
Was it
first
what?
the bishop, a bishop,
Bishop.
Okay. Okay.
bishop, and the first thing he said was, even God gave a woman 5 days. So, like, how do you think you're gonna have, sex every day?
Every day.
Yeah.
Every
So,
day. So that kind of leads me to another thought, and we're gonna stay right here with that, Stacy, and thank you for saying that. Because in hearing that before, I wrote down something and it said unrealistic sexual expectations.
Before you even go on into that, I think you need to really lay out unrealistic expectations when it comes to that, because some basic stuff, some people can be, oh, that's unrealistic, that's too much, and it's like, what?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I agree because everybody has their. I mean,
They're different levels. They're
yeah.
different desires. They're
And
different needs.
if we go into that and we've been on that level, that's what we do on a regular basis. And then trying to change horses midstream.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what's going on, but I do agree with going to therapy and trying to figure out what's going on. But sometimes people make up their mind that they don't want to be participants in something, and
it's
I'm
not
like,
funny. I'm
Already
sorry.
been. The
you
reason
you just gotta. I just think sometimes I don't know. I guess at this stage in life, I'm like, yeah, it's time to just pack up shop.
uh-huh. Uh-huh. So the reason I said unrealistic sexual expectations, and I'm glad everybody's making these different points, because it's saying what's basic to one person is not basic to someone else.
Right.
And something my sister always says, and she typed it in as I was while you all were talking. Um, you can make love every day, but not sex. And I want to hone in on that because I'm gonna be honest, Stacy. When you said that, I really thought in my mind, well, what's wrong with that?
No, I was
I thought in
thinking.
my mind, well, what's wrong with that? Which means different folks, different strokes, right? But
Yeah.
it also came within the mindset of what my sister Claudette said, and she says this all the time. You can make love every single day, but it does not necessarily have to be a physicality of sex, right? The actual physical penetration. Let's say that. There's so many different ways. But in that statement, I do want us to be, I think that type of situation is based on where the intimacy level is, where the mental level is, where a person is with their significant other, with their spouse when it comes to that. Because having sex every day is a desire for some people, and having sex every day is a turnoff for other people. So understanding where that comes from and where two people are, we don't want to say it's a taboo, and we're not gonna say it's right, we're not gonna say it's wrong.
But then I wonder, how did you get to this point where you was one individual faking for all this time?
Well, first of all, we were in a long distance relationship, right? So
Okay.
when we're in a long distance relationship, hey, you get it when you see each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was in San Antonio, and then he was in Alabama, and then I wanted to get closer because he would fly out to see me like 3 times out of the month. Okay, straight, right? So I moved to Georgia. My job transferred, and then he would come up on the weekends or whatever, right? So eventually he ended up getting a job here, and so we moved in together, and then within 6 months, no, within that year we were married. Within that year that we were married and we were living together, it was no sex every day. And I was just trying to see, like, that came out of the blue.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't even know you wanted to have sex every day. It was never communicated to me because we never did have sex every day.
Because it was impossible. Being in two different places.
I mean, to each his own, but, like that, like he said, your body do need to rest for those 5 days. I believe that.
Yeah.
But to each his own, you're married, you can do whatever you want to do. But
Yeah.
like I'm saying, it was never communicated to me that was something that he wanted to do
Yeah.
until
And,
we got into the counseling.
mhm.
And that's why I was like, communication is a big part of it.
Right.
True.
Because
Yeah.
That's what a disconnect was. It wasn't
I'm
communicated.
blindsided.
It was unrealistic sexual expectations
Mhm.
because it was not communicated that that's what his desire, his need, or his want was.
Yeah, and if I get off work and I'm cooking and you start humping on me while I'm cooking, it's either dinner or sex.
We can have both.
Yeah, both of me.
Yeah.
No, because we can go get some carry out.
What's wrong with?
We can get some
Ain't nothing
carry
wrong
out.
with. Ain't nothing wrong with a little sex on the side of sauteed onions.
Little
green
saute
peppers.
soup for the soup.
Well, was he gonna saute the onions? Well, if he was gonna saute the onions, I mean, hey, but he didn't know how to cook. So,
Damn.
I mean, I had a job. So, I mean, hey, I'm compromising. We gonna get
Meatloaf
something
is
to
a
eat.
simple dish.
Sandwich. I'll take a sandwich.
I'm just saying,
And I was
a sandwich. A sandwich will work. Hey, you
I
got
was
some deli
compromising.
meat.
I said, hey, go get us something to eat. And hey, you can go down. Because I mean, I still work. You know what I'm saying? When he
And
got
I
off work,
love this, y'all.
when he got off work, he just got off work. But when I got off work, I'm helping with homework and cooking. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And you humping on me, it's dinner or that. Which one?
Mhm.
But and that's I agree with you. That's when the communication is vital because
Yeah.
scenarios, things change, how the household is run,
Mhm.
time frames and stuff. If you, I don't. I mean, yeah, I've been in situations where
And because he worked at night,
sex
I'm
is going to
sorry.
try to be managed where you got a certain time to have sex. That's kind of
No, he worked at night.
sorry,
So
but,
he worked overnight, like from 10 into the morning. So if I get out work at 4 o'clock and I'm trying to cook dinner or whatever, you either go get us something to eat or you
yeah,
and I
he
bust
has some
wide open.
unrealistic expectations.
So
There it is. There it is. And that's that. Yeah. And that's why I kind of coined the phrase to that on there, Stacey. And I appreciate you sharing. For him, it was realistic. For you, it was unrealistic. Because
Now,
like
if he would,
like
if I would have got home and he already had dinner for the family, oh, I would have busted wide open.
hey, here it is. Here
Oh.
You
got some, you got some lo mein. We got some General Child's chicken. Couple spring rolls.
yeah, yeah.
So,
And I love this, y'all. I have to say, I love how this flows because there's a statement, and then there's just like what, but getting into talking about it, communicating, gave
Oh,
more of an understanding of why you said what you said, Stacy, and what makes it make sense and make certain things relevant. Um, you can't have an expectation of somebody and they're pouring so much out and you just there to receive and take and expect it to be, because with women I definitely understand. I think with men as well, because we talked about sex so many times on this podcast, and although men tend to be more physical, y'all got emotions and feelings too. Y'all need some connection to something that's real. um it ain't always just a hole, find a hole. it's 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 got to be something real connected to that. Corey,
That's true.
Corey, can you read that?
Unfortunately, even when it's communicated, sometimes they're not honest about their expectations. And then when the expectations aren't met, the problems arise.
Yeah, and I think you have to come on the side of looking at things like that and saying that's not even about me. That's not even about me. I know it's affecting us as a whole, but what you talking about, what you dealing with, that's not even about me.
wow.
That's internally. That's for you. That's a you deal with. King, what you got? King, you little squirmy over there. What you got, sir?
I gotta go back to this basic thing, the basic comment.
Mhm.
Because I understand fully that what's basic for one person is not basic to another person. But I just have to say this: having sex or making love with your significant other during the daytime to me is basic.
Mhm.
With the lights on, sometimes maybe basic. Um, in the kitchen when there's nobody in the house but you and that person, I think that's basic.
Mhm.
And I even think um, missionary is basic.
Mhm.
So when you have a spouse that looks you dead in your face and says, I'm not going to be your whore, and all you asked was for basic intimacy, as I just stated, that is a problem to me.
Mhm.
And for me, there is no line of communication that can make me understand that whole thing right there, because it's like I'm not asking you to do anything that will put you in any kind of physical, mental, or emotional harm that is unsafe or unreasonable. Those are reason small things. I'm not asking you to invite the neighbors over. I'm not asking you to let's go outside and on the backyard. I'm not asking anything crazy. So when a spouse says, I'm not going to be your whore for those basic things, what I think are basic, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah. Okay.
well, I feel like I mean, this is where we probably agree to disagree, but I feel like a woman just can't. I'm not a man, so I don't know what a man can do,
Mhm.
but I know that a woman cannot just like we're emotional creatures, and I feel like our hormones, they're coming, they're going, or whatever. Not to say that's the blame, but that's the makeup of our bodies,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So um it may not be a time that, or like, okay, just say it's an argument, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
A man can argue, right? And time he puts a period on that argument, he can walk away, come back, smack your butt.
Mhm.
and his mind is over with, right? A woman, her brain can't function because it's still like she has to still have to like think about it and what was said and how it was said and why it was said. And you know, we don't know how to turn it on and turn it off. But
Processing information is different.
but I'm not saying like, oh, I'm gonna withhold it like, oh, for weeks or weeks because I'm gonna punish this man. That's a whole nother thing. That's
Mhm.
intentionally done.
Mhm.
But sometimes a woman, she has to calm down, maybe count to 50,000 before she can open up. I don't know if I'm the only woman that feels like that, but
You're not
No, I'm
the only
I'm
woman
sure
that
there.
feels like that, but at the same time, when you say men can put a period on an argument and then come back later and smack you on the butt, there are women who watch that man put a period on that argument and they say, I'm going to get you. And next thing you know, she on her knees and his head is in the cloud somewhere blown up because they said, I'm going to make sure this man, I'm going to break him down.
it
Intimate.
depends on what the situation was because I mean, yeah. I mean, it depends on the situation because you can see it from both ends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Depends on
Yeah.
what the situation, what the discussion was.
I think it depends on the people. We talked before about knowing your person,
Hmm.
and I hear what you're both saying because some women and men are on the same can be on the same line. Like right afterwards, you can go right at it. I was married before. I knew that we had some. I was young and crazy. Right after argument, we both heated, but then you have that wild, crazy makeup sex,
Mhm.
Hmm.
and even afterwards, she was still turning around talking. I'm still mad at you. So it depends on the person and you know, how they process that, how they deal with it. It's not always. I don't think it's a one size fits all.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's definitely not a one size fits all. And it definitely at the end of it all, the beginning of it all, the middle and the end, how we're communicating with our significant other is key. That is just that is key.
Yeah.
It requires understanding because the question was asked. So how was it addressed once it was revealed? And so was there no room for compromise? And I think everyone is kind of saying, um, there's areas to compromise.
Yeah.
Uh, there's areas to understand. In the compromising, there has to be understanding. And I would think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Stacy, if he would have said, "Hey," and you kind of said this, "Let me get dinner tonight," or "Come in with dinner," that would have solved a lot of stuff. As opposed to I'm right in the middle of cooking, and that what makes me feel like you're not even concerned with helping and what I have going on or whatever. Um, you're not on an island of your own with this, Stacy. I promise you, you're not. I guarantee you're
I
not
mean,
on an island.
hey, I just wanted to make sure. But you know what I did do though? Let me discuss what I did do after that session,
Uh-oh.
right?
Uh-oh.
Okay, okay.
Uh-oh.
After that session, you want to do it okay every day? Okay, let's do it every day.
Okay.
Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired. Not today. No, I want it.
Flip the script.
Yes, ma'am.
Mic drop.
No. Hey.
Because, like I point proven, it couldn't be done every day
Okay.
because everybody has a day where you,
They tired.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tony, I see you shaking your head. What you got, sir?
No, I'm following everything she's saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, So I just wanted to read. This is from the book that I'm writing called The Marriage Toolbox. And this is written by the co-author, Derek McCullum. Some of you know Derek. He and his wife are the marriage menders. And the title of the tool that we're using is called The Gift of Sex. And I'm going to read from what he wrote. Some of the reasons why sex has been absent or unfulfilling. We already mentioned medical conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to marriage, past sexual violations. Somebody in the chat mentioned that. During marriage, trust has been broken. Number 4, psychosocial stressors such as work, bills, health, family. Stacy mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
5, Donna, you talked about unmet expectations. And then 6, lack of communication about sex. So those are just some of the reasons that sex is absent or unfulfilling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Tony. I'm glad you kind of came back to that. Because our topics, we can definitely, and it's good that we go broad. We take that one topic and we expand on it. And what Stacy is talking about, that portion that she's talking about is really important. But coming back to Tony, what you're saying, those reasonings, because I don't want us to get away from that. We definitely, are having a good discussion about what people want and what they don't want. But we need to make sure we understand the why. There's a why in all of it. There's a why in all of it, and having some sexual abuse at some point in life, and how you were raised, because some people were raised that sex is with girl, that's a taboo. You don't do that. You don't this and you don't that. Then you get to the point where you're going to be a wife and you clueless because you've been told all your life, girls don't do that. That's nasty. Keep your legs closed. There's a place for all of it, but we have to understand if your mate comes to you and says the things that are being said in this video, what would be your first reaction? What would really take a minute, y'all? We're gonna take a second. Everybody, us on the platform, y'all in the audience. If your spouse, your mate came to you and said, I'm done, I don't want no more sex, I don't want you to touch me, I don't want you to go out there and be with nobody else. We just gonna live this life, we're gonna rock it like that. Okay, y'all ready? Think about it. 10 seconds.
I don't have to think about it.
I don't think about it either.
I don't
Uh-huh.
I'm sticking to my final first answer.
Yep.
Unless a sexual crime happened while we were married or while we were together, it should not be a reason for it to just stop. And there's nothing wrong with you.
Well, but we took that minute and we thought I said the 10 seconds to think about it, y'all, because
we're talking about the video part, right?
We're talking about the video, and the video rose the question, why? I would hope the video rose the question, why would you even in your right mind say something like that?
Yeah, that I thought that from the get go. I was like, what? Why? What do you?
Yeah.
Because let me tell you this, even if, God forbids, if I was married or if I was with someone and I was even married, and I've had this discussion before, right? And I caught a terminal illness, right? Would I want my husband to be faithful? Yes, I would. If he went out and stepped out and did something, as long as he don't bring the disrespect to my house, I don't think I would care, because I couldn't provide that for him.
I'd care. He'd be in the grave before I would.
Yeah, you good.
Jeez.
You
I don't, because I had a friend that their partner was sick for some years, like over 10 or 9 years. They did everything, she did everything for, well, he did everything for her or whatever, right? I don't know. I don't feel like he did anything, like cheated or whatever.
Mhm.
But in my mind, I feel like just me, in reality of me, as long as he did everything for me and took make sure I was comfortable in my space,
Mhm.
and as long as I didn't know what he was doing,
Mhm.
because I can't provide that for him
Okay.
because of my illness.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh.
And should I want him to suffer? I just look at the reality of things.
Yep.
No,
Right along beside me.
that's a good way to look at it. I mean, you think
As
about it,
long as
and
the woman's not calling my house, as long as and he's making me comfortable as possible, and I have a terminal illness, and I don't know how long I'm gonna live, and this is going on for years or whatever.
I didn't even be there. He might just take a trip to the bunny ranch. I mean, I get it because it's that's a long
Ooh,
time.
Mm-mm,
that's a tough one
mm-mm,
right there for me.
That's a tough
Can't
one.
say I
mm-mm.
can't say that I would
Easy
have
for me.
cheated.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
And
I say that
yeah,
I wouldn't give him permission.
we came into this thing for better or for worse.
Yeah,
true.
I know for better or for worse, but the reality of it is.
That's my reality.
So, and my thing is this: what
Worse.
what if you're in the bed sick? You can't move, you can't walk, you don't know what that man is doing.
Mm-mm. I
You don't
don't.
know what that woman is doing.
No, we don't. We don't know what they're doing. But I
But
would
I would
want
care.
to. I would want
Mhm.
to. I would want to. This is what we committed to.
Hmm.
This is what we committed to. My brain gonna stay right there. What you do, that's between you and God.
And that's
But
where I'm
I'm
at.
not about to give you the pass or the grace or
Oh,
the
I didn't say give him a pass.
to
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just
She
say
didn't say give him a pass. I get what she's saying.
I didn't say give him a pass.
Yeah,
yeah. You just said you don't want to know about it because
yeah.
and I'm hearing in your compassion for what you cannot do for your mate, you want to make sure he's okay. I don't have that kind of compassion.
But I'll say, but
I
you're
wouldn't
gonna
know
know.
anyway. I'm sick.
But you're
I
gonna know. You're gonna know. You can't hide. See, that's what people. I think people make a mistake that they can hide that sort of thing. And sex is intimacy. Okay. Now, some people will say no, it's just an act. But true sex is intimacy. It equates to intimacy, getting to know somebody. And so what's going to happen is you may not know all the details, but you're going to know.
It's a form of a relationship, whether what level of a relationship is something's there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So outside of there being health reasons, um, there being mental blockage or something, I think we all can agree that what she said in this video is extremely unacceptable.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Extremely unacceptable. Sex isn't the biggest thing, but it is a big. I hate when people say, "Well, sex is really not that." Be quiet,
Yeah,
because
I'm not.
sex and finances. Yes, it is.
it is.
Yeah,
It is a big thing. It is a big thing. It's so big. It's so big that if we can't do it, I still want you to be committed and remain committed to me. Not if I just turn it off and take it off and you just can't have it because I don't want you to. I'm talking about we're in a healthy sexual relationship with one another. And that thing is so big that we are so close and so connected that like my sister mentioned, all of the intimacy came in so many different ways. And I have to tell you, Stacey, this is the point where I would say all the connections that we have, if I can't physically do it anymore, I need all of those intimate connections to stay in place for us.
Yeah.
I need those.
And that's what I was saying. If he was still taking care of me, like all the way around, like I'm just prepared for whatever because I'm just in a place of peace because he's still doing everything for me.
Got you.
That's what I was saying.
Okay, got you. Tony, you have something?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop another Derek and Sonia, the Marriage Menders nugget. I said that sex equates to intimacy. So this is what they wrote: to have healthy sexual intimacy, you first must have the first three building blocks of intimacy. Number one, emotional intimacy is first. Two, spiritual intimacy is second. Number three, financial intimacy is third. And then sexual intimacy is fourth. And I think what some of us are when we talk about sex, a lot of times we start with thinking that sex is the key or sex is maybe at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And in reality, of those four intimacies, sexual intimacy is the fourth.
It's the fourth. It has to be. It has to be. Because we all know those things stop at some point. They either stop or they slow down. Now again, not taking away from the foolishness of the video, because that person literally cut their person off and wanted them to just deal with it. But when we getting into, because y'all already know, we already gonna go to the healthy part of it, the growth, what's gonna help it to grow. And if you in that type of situation, have that conversation with your significant other, with your spouse. Have that conversation. Because I wanted that 10 seconds, y'all, and I meant that 10 seconds for us to all think about it. How would we respond? How would we respond? And only knowing what goes on between the two. Because the video, everybody looked at it and was like, oh, hell no. But whoever that video is specifically about, because it is somebody, what brought that on? What caused that? And Tony mentioned a lot of it, health reasons, and I had a few captions that let me see, because Tony may have hit these. One of them I saw: resentment and conflict, lack of emotional connection, trust issues, fear of rejection. That fear of rejection right there, y'all. How many of y'all thought about that person being fearful that made that decision? Don't touch me no more. I want to be with you. Anybody thought about that person being having a fear of rejection? Nope.
No.
Nope. Nope. That's why I think it's so important, y'all, for us to have these type of discussions and to understand hormonal shifts, physical health issues, medication side effects. What if your significant other said this to you and neither one of y'all realized something that they're taking, some type of medication or whatever they're taking, could be affecting their mental, and we didn't even realize it? So is the shutdown immediately the best reaction? Because trust me, I get it. I get all of our reactions. Everybody had the same reaction. But this is one of the reasons why I really, really wanted to have this discussion, because sometimes this is a part of giving grace that we don't always give when we kind of assume, King, when we kind of assume we know what's going on. Sexual orientation exploration. Anybody think about that? I want to be with a woman now. I want to be with a man now. Painful intercourse, excessive
Wait, wait.
porn use.
Mm, mm.
Excessive porn use. I want to keep going without y'all thoughts. King, what you got? What you thinking?
My thought is this. This is not a one size fits all issue across the board for anyone on this planet. And we've mostly all have been intimate with another person for years before we were in serious relationships, and all of those reasons that you put up are valid, and I don't discount anyone's situation. However,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I hardly ever see in these reasons where someone is just being just unreasonable. You
Mm-hmm.
have sexual orientation, painful intercourse, excessive porn use, you have health issues, you have all of those things. However, very few times do you see that a person is just being totally deceptive to their significant other. And it could be from the beginning of that relationship or somewhere in the middle. But that needs to be addressed, because for someone to just say, I don't want you to touch me no more, and whatever, it's like, where on earth did that come from?
Right.
Yeah,
Two
that's major.
days
Don't
ago
touch
we
me.
were
Whoa.
fine. 2 weeks ago we were fine. A month ago we were fine. And then out of the blue, you want to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, you could be cheating. That could be
Yeah.
a possibility. All of those other reasons could be valid reasons. However, there may be a situation to where that person just was never really in that relationship, and they're using a whole bunch of things to make excuses. For instance, when I got with my third wife, she told me she had fibroids. She told me a whole bunch of stuff. When we got together, we was having sex 2-3 times a week. And then over time, it went to 2-3 times a month, 2-3 times a financial quarter, once or twice every 6 months. And it was like, yo, what is going on? And again, that's where that I'm not gonna be your whore thing came up. And it's like, what do you mean? I'm not asking you for anything crazy. But at the end of the day, I had to really sit back after the marriage was over and look back, and it's like, you really didn't want to be married anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes they
I
don't
mean,
like the person that much.
Yeah. Which
Sorry, go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
so that's another reason what King just mentioned. I think in my situation, the reason was I made a wrong decision to marry this man, and I'm a Christian, and I really don't have any excuse, but I don't want to be held accountable, and so I'm just going to play it out the way I want it played out, and eventually after 15 years, the person said, I think maybe I should let you go so that you can have a life and get with somebody that truly loves you. And it was only until then that I filed for divorce.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
My thing,
sometimes people make the wrong decision and they don't know how to get out of it, and they just suffer and make you suffer along with them, when all they simply had to do was say, I made a mistake,
Yep.
I'm sorry, but I need to leave. I need to this isn't working for me.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that's hard.
Yeah, I think it can be hard to do, but at the core of it is selfishness. It's selfishness at the core of it. I'm a big proponent of being honest. I always say, just be honest. I may not like it. I may not like what I'm hearing. I may not like how it makes me feel, but it gives me the opportunity to make an educated decision and choice for myself. So honesty is always key. It's not always easy to be honest. I don't think we lie to people because we just want to be malicious all the time. There are people that are just malicious. But sometimes people feel like, dang, if I say this, it's going to make them feel a certain way. And I don't know how to let them down. And I don't know how to this and that. But if you look at it in retrospect, if you're lying to them, you're doing it. You're just doing it at a slower pace.
Right.
It's just a slower pace. So just be honest. Stacey, you going to say something?
Yeah, and just like and sometimes like when you're single, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're single or married, I lost everybody. Let me see. Just never stop loving you.
Mhm.
And that's not selfish when you love you, because
Always. That's right.
when you love you, you would know that you are loved. Okay. And when you love you, you would know, hey, let's sit down and talk about it. This is not working out for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna waste my good years in something that I feel like someone is being malicious towards me. And then I'm old and dried up, and now I gotta try to start all back over.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that not to offend anybody. I'm saying that because of me.
Yeah.
My marriage didn't even last 3 years. And that, like I said, I'll tell my story that it was because of cheating or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I showed him grace, you know. But then you still wanted to do it, so I love me. I'm out. Right? That's the marriage portion of it. But with the single portion of it, like Tony said, sex is number 4 in it. In the whole entire situation, it's number 4. It's the last thing on the totem pole. So, like, if I'm dating somebody in this sex-driven world that we're in today, it's hard for me to even try to get to know somebody, because in somebody's, I don't know who did the math. Like, after the 3rd date, I ain't getting none, from not having sex. It's over. So it's kind of hard in a sex-driven world, because if you want to really get to know somebody before you know their body parts, it's kind of hard in this sex-driven world. So
You know what this means?
that's the single version, and that's the
This is for the single version. You know what this means? Date more than one. Fourth version. Date more than one. May the best man win.
win.
Based on what you need. And in the process you need
He said date more than one.
to match up. I'm not saying having sex with more than one.
No.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm just not for you. I didn't say that for you, John. I know you get what I'm saying. I'm just saying for the people RG land.
Because I listen to the work conversations, and people can go out on like 2 dates. I'm not trying to judge anybody, because you can do whatever you want to do, but
Right.
they go out on 2 dates or whatever, and then they're already having sex, and then there was like, I really like them. I'm just, I just want to know what are we? I'm like, how come you don't know what you are before?
You.
Like,
Yeah.
like I'm so baffled. I don't understand. Like,
But
how come you don't know?
I don't know. I think you reach.
Come on.
I think you reach a certain point in life, even where you know what you want. You know what you're gonna do. People gonna do what they're gonna do.
Right.
Some people have sex on the first date.
Mhm.
Yeah. And if that
They-
works for you, that
I don't. That works
And
for
they've been
them. I
together
don't
for
know.
20 years.
Well, yeah, because can you knock them because they know what they want? Both of them know what they want. And they got what they want.
Oh yeah,
As
no.
long
It's
as they say. But my thing is that you I think a lot of times we overcomplicate things. We things can be a lot more simplistic, but at the same time, you're right. It's a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of selfishness, like this lady in the video. Selfish. Um, you she knew when she got with this guy that, you know, some things that she was gonna want was probably unrealistic.
Yeah.
And to
I think
put
so.
that on him, it's like, how you do it at this point? You get to this point. Why now? Even when you mentioned about someone mentioned about might be sexual or exploration.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that happen in my family where they got married and 5 years later their husband decides that he's gay, and I'm like, he was gay all the time. He like dudes, but just
I'm sorry.
I mean, nothing against them, but I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know what you want,
Mm-hmm.
and be honest, I probably last 3 relationships that I was in, every one of them told me, well, my husband was like, I like men, and I'm like, he knew he liked men in the beginning. I mean, there's no knock against you. Don't
Right.
own that. And transparency and communication. People, it's out there. If you want freak of the week, she's out there. But are you gonna do the legwork to get freak of the week?
Right.
You might have to wait 2 weeks, 2 years to get freak of the week, but you just gotta hold out till you find a freak of the week. They out there.
Yeah. Or keep popping from bed to bed to bed, person to person to person. Because
Yeah,
we say it, and it's right. To each his own.
yeah,
If you that one night or first dater, then do that. But just
yeah,
understand what comes with that.
yeah. And
Just
everybody,
understand what comes with that.
it's not every. I'm a big believer in frequencies, vibrations, and harmonics among people. You don't feel everybody the same way. Everybody's not gonna get the jollies. I may be attracted to you, but it's not me as a man thinking I'm all that. But I'm just like, no, it's just something about you to just, I just don't want to venture in that because it could be some serious repercussions.
Right. Right.
And I just, you just have to always be careful what you venture into and who you're venturing into it with. And when people tell you and show you who they are,
Believe
Believe
them.
them.
Believe them.
you gotta leave it. I'm like, as soon as that woman said that, I was like, I don't even know if we going to counseling. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. Because reality is, y'all, we are on the down. The video itself. It is what it is. We
it is
want to
what it
pull
is.
some positive, not necessarily from that,
Yeah,
but we do want to pull some positive from maybe someone who's dealing with that,
yeah.
um, and
Hey,
try to understand. Because the last thing anybody will want you to do for yourself or otherwise is to take on a burden of feeling like you're the problem.
well, see, I think I got with you, and I told you, I, you, it's, I'm along the lines right now of I'm about to give you what you want,
Mm-hmm.
and in giving you what you want, I'm not gonna be here.
Hmm.
I can't make you happy because if your happiness means compromising my happiness and being sane, I'm no good to you. I'm no good to myself. So I'm just gonna, I gotta
That's
go.
that's right.
Gotta
John,
go.
I have to put this up because you're talking right now, John. John, your beard is amazing.
Oh. Thank you. Appreciate it. I had to cut it. They told me I was looking like a wild man. I was like, I gotta cut it.
Let's see. Kevin, Corey, you got that back?
Sure. Take your time and ask the hard questions early. Like ask them about their sex drive and what moves them sexually. Remove the awkwardness to usher in comfortability.
Yes.
That's nice. I like
People don't
that.
want to have those difficult conversations.
I like that. That's right. That's right. What? Why is it so hard? You literally want to be with somebody
People
in the
people
most.
afraid somebody's not gonna like them or not like what they do, and they feel they're gonna be rejected. If you like sucking her toes, let her know up front. I want to suck your toes.
Right.
I think
Right.
If you
also
say no, I
it's
don't like toes being sucked, then hey, you
What you
might
say,
want to.
Corey?
I think it's also how you're raised. Some people were raised that there's a way you got to behave and certain things you do and don't. So if that's how you're raised, that's how you're going to carry into your dating. When you're dating somebody,
True.
oh, that's taboo, that's off. We're not
Yeah,
supposed to talk
but
about that. It's inappropriate. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
Yeah,
that's how some folk are raised.
Let's see, old
but,
man give
but,
you worms.
because
but
Donna keeps
it's right, right.
because
Oh,
Donna
man,
keep
you
telling me
worried.
to Donna keep telling me to date more than one person, but I don't. It's one person at a time. I don't know how to do it. I've
Oh, I was
never
doing
done.
the
Well,
electric
I've
company.
never had to date before
King,
until
I was
now.
doing the electric company. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
but
And
Let's say
it,
that
and
10,
it,
but
11,
uh,
12.
and see, even as men, even as men, and I
Yeah,
was having this
even then.
conversation with some friends about this, and I told them, I said, look, man, you gotta date how you're comfortable, because if your finances don't match up when you can go out and date multiple women, might not want to do that. If you emotionally can't juggle Donna, Renee, Shanae, and Lawanda, you might not want to do that.
I thought
Everybody's not built the same.
Yeah,
You got to understand
everybody's
how
not
you're
built the
built.
same.
Yeah, you got to understand how you built.
Yeah,
I
most
don't want to juggle a whole bunch of. I don't have the time. It's too demanding. I work, I teach,
definitely.
I got
I
other stuff
can't
going on.
remember.
I'm like, man,
I can't remember
yeah,
what I ate for lunch.
Because
oh
you know,
God, yeah.
yeah,
I was thinking sometimes, what did I eat? Did I eat dinner? Did I eat lunch? I don't know.
But don't knock it until you try it.
yeah, because I am such an advocate of me.
Yeah,
I'm such an
I
advocate,
mean,
and
dating multiple women is even for a woman, you may get from each of them something you can't get in the one, and I get it. I've done that. But after a while, I mean, depending on the person, and it's all dependent on where you at, what you want to deal with.
yeah, because Stace, the objective is always to land with the right one. And it's like John is saying, it is a mindset. It's a
Yeah,
focus of what you need and what you want. And I'm gonna be honest, that's where my focus was. I've always been Team Donna. I would because I reciprocity is real for me. So it doesn't stop me from giving back to that brother that is showing me he Team Donna all day. He Team Donna all day. And it's okay that the other ones don't or not matching up or whatever for whatever reason. I think people make it so complicated because they require so much out of one person initially. And I'm not even requiring that out of you initially. But until we start moving to those different points and different levels, then the requirements are different. And then I'm
yeah,
looking at you. I'm looking at you for more, and I'm giving you more because you giving me more.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it it's not for everybody, but it is it does make it a little bit easier. I'm talking in the singleness of trying to. You already know what you want. I honestly already know what I want, which makes it easy to stop on one and be honest and be honest and clear and open with the others. Because if he got a problem with it, you not in the rotation. I'm sorry.
Now,
And,
now,
and I,
can I just say this?
Mhm.
After my second divorce, I didn't know what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
I can
know.
believe that.
I didn't know what was best for me. And I always dated one person at a time. So I decided that I was going to date multiple ladies. And I let each lady know that I was dating other women and who they were.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just going to be honest with you. Paula, who is my wife, she asked me if she could post a picture on Facebook of the two of us together. I was so not paying attention. And I said yes. The other two ladies saw the picture and said, "Oh, you with her." And to this day, I can't figure out how a woman knows, oh no, that's her. You want her. It's a picture.
Well,
Standing
that's
next to each other.
it,
Standing next to each other.
Wait a minute.
I was told that's I was told today. This lady told me today. That's when she done peed on you and marked you. I was like, ain't nobody peeing on me because yeah.
Listen.
But I've met women who have told me right up front, I date, and they said just for clarification, to let you know, and she told me in our community, a lot of times in the black community, especially in the South, you go out with somebody, it's like you're paired up with them. That's it. You're not seeing nobody else.
We go together.
We go together. And I was like, yeah. She said, but as long as you understand that I may go out with you tonight, I may be out with somebody else the next night or 2 nights from now or whatever. And who I sleep with, if I sleep with one of you, that's my business. And she said, I will let you know that I'm taking care of business to make sure if it's you or whoever that I'm being safe. I was like, I respected that. But I was like, that was refreshingly different because most of my life growing up, it was if we go out, like Donna said, we together. This is
We
you
together.
mine. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, black community, a lot of black communities are like that. The whole aspect and the view of dating is different.
Yeah. Yeah. I had this thing I used to say all the time, until we have that come to Jesus meeting, and that don't have nothing to do with biblical. That just to me means serious. Until
Yeah.
we have that come to Jesus meeting, I'm not going to expect it of you, and you shouldn't expect it of me. It shouldn't be expected. This automatic just because we went out, and that's the problem with dating. We kind of switch gears a little bit, but we're gonna say this and then we're gonna kind of come back, y'all. But that's the problem with it, that people don't understand that when you're single, you still have the option to do what you choose and want to do. But if
Yeah.
you respect yourself and you move, I like what this young lady said to you, John. I like that. If you respect yourself and you move in a way that you're focusing on your safety, your mental capacity, and consider others in that, there's no confusion. There's no confusion. But yeah, we want that picture posted. At least I do.
She said, what that picture poser?
At
Said,
least
I done
I do.
peed,
But
I done
look,
marked you, I done peed on you, you mine.
listen, what I told a brother, because he know I like social media. I post and I say anybody that knows me knows picture taking was my thing before there was a social media. Like King tell him, I used to walk around with a camcorder, a camera in school. That was me. I was that person. So social media just put it on a different level. But when I asked the question, I said, "Hey, I'm gonna post this." And when the brother was like, "I don't care,"
She said, hey.
hey, hey, but that was just a little side. So, Tony, did you have something you wanted to say? I thought you did. Did we get that?
No, we got it out.
Okay.
I'm learning, Donna. I'm learning. See, I never had to date, so I was always in a relationship. So
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, the newness of life and dealing with the different parts.
and the
of it.
times have changed from the.
Yeah. Well, I always say, ain't nothing new under the sun. Just now it's
Right.
some electronics.
This package is a little different, man.
This package a little different.
Mhm.
It is.
Got
I
a new
gotta tell y'all
wrapper.
first about my mom. This had to be where it came from. I gotta tell this real quick. I remember my mom had one dude cutting the grass, one was cleaning the kitchen, and one was washing the car.
Oh Lord.
And my great grandmother said to her, she said, "Girl, them men gonna be men go." And she was like, "What, Mama? They wanted to do it." That's more to that story, but I believe it right there. But respectfully, respect yourself and respect others. It's not a selfish thing. It's not a selfish thing. So if somebody listening, somebody who this video may be shared with or having this discussion, I think we can all agree, I can safely say, if someone is treating you the way this video depicted, make a decision for yourself. Make a decision for yourself. If you have not had a conversation, have a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a
People
conversation.
only gonna do what you allow them to do. You accept it and keep going. It's starting to fall on you because you accepted it.
And
Yeah.
everybody think that abuse is just physical. That's a form of abuse.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm getting to the end of that. Get on somebody's couch and get yourself some counseling. And understand that is a form of abuse. And in order to get away with it, it may require you to have some counseling to understand what that looks like. We are not judging anybody. We are not talking down to anybody. But reality is there are things in life that are toxic. There are things in life that are not healthy.
That was both.
That are not healthy. We want somebody. Is this my little sticker? My last one I wanted to put up. So yeah, I want you. If you ain't feeling that, if you ain't seeing that, if you don't know that, make a decision for yourself, for your mental, for your emotional, for your spiritual. And Tony said, I wrote them down for your financial, then your sexual. What'd you say, Tony?
Emotional, spiritual, financial.
Mm-hmm.
There
Yep.
you go.
Yep.
Learn your person.
Learn your person. That's right.
Learn your person.
Learn your person. And do what, Corey?
And don't forget
Your kegels.
Say that again.
You said what now?
Do
Kegels.
your kegels.
I've
Gotta
been
keep it together.
the whole time out here.
Hey, if it ain't tight, it ain't right.
What'd you say, King?
Learn your person. Wait. I love how it flow. We gotta do it again. What they need to do, Tony?
Learn your person.
And then what, Corey?
Do your kegels.
Men can do it too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Kegels is a good thing.
Y'all better do it.
That good prostate, baby.
Y'all
Oh,
better
yeah.
do it. Yes. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. As always, at the end, I like to give everybody a moment to either say something they learned, share something they didn't have a chance to share, or whatever you like to say. That's right. Focus. All right. So, King, I'm gonna start with you, brother.
Yeah, this is not a one size fits all thing. And if you are in one of those situations, you just definitely have to make the best decision for you mentally and emotionally. And if spiritually applies, that as well, because, you know, you just can't let anyone just shut you down without good reason. I'll just leave it at that.
All right. Stacy, what you got there?
Um, you just have to look at it for what it is, take it in, accept it, accept the fact that this person is doing what's best for them, and you need to acknowledge that you need to now do what's best for you.
Oh, I like that. I like that. John, what you got, sir?
I looked at it. I was like, it's not a dictatorship. This is a two-person relationship. I would be open to not just walking away, but going to have a conversation with a counselor, a therapist, or something. But I pretty much know if that's the mindset, uh, it's not going to work. That's a deal breaker.
Yeah. Yeah. Tone.
I'm going to say if you are in a relationship and you get to the point where you don't want to be in that relationship anymore, but you're concerned about hurting the other person, I'm going to tell you from experience, the pain, if you just make the decision and communicate the decision, the other person's pain is going to be far less than if you keep staying knowing that you don't want to be there. It's going to be much worse. So just do what you've got to do.
Don't traumatize that person.
Right. That's
Yeah.
right. Miss Corey B.
I would say keep on loving on yourself, like Stacy said earlier. Know that you are loved, you are important, you are valuable. And if something like this does arise, be honest about what you want. If your partner says, I don't want you to touch me anymore, say that doesn't work for me. Do your kegels as you heal so that the next person that comes along that is your person, once you see and you bust that thing wide open, cut them in half, all of it, if they act stupid. Like, okay, so
Cut them in half. Good
work
Lord.
it out.
Okay, no mercy.
Cut them in
Yes,
half.
ma'am.
I'm always say something wild. Just heal all the way around before you get with anybody else. You don't want to be the person to hurt somebody else because you've been hurt. But yeah, love yourself and know how important you are.
That's right.
Yeah, be healed for the next man
Absolutely.
or next woman. Yeah.
Next woman. Yeah.
That's my saying. Come over here, healed.
Well, at least be making a real valid effort. A real valid effort.
No, because sometimes
Foolishness to
people.
be like, that's just how I am.
Then go be how you are somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Some people, you try to play Mr. or Mrs. Fix It, and you fix that person for somebody else because they were with you at that level, and now that they're fixed and healed, you're not on their level anymore.
This is not a repair shop.
Yeah. That was your place the next day. I don't know that they intentionally did that, but
I stopped being a mechanic a long time ago.
Yep. Come over here, healed. I'm healed already.
Know your capacity. Because everybody know your capacity. That's right. We all got a gold star tonight. Clutty said we all get to be your student of the month.
Yeah.
Student of the week on the wall. Thanks, sis. We appreciate that. This was a really, really great discussion yet again. This was a great one. I really appreciate you all, especially y'all that I be hitting up last minute and be like, ooh, you gonna come on? So I do appreciate y'all. Y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all week. In the A, it's gonna be a beautiful weekend. Got some plans outside. What's the weather up top? King and Corey?
National Guard, that's the weather.
Oh, dang.
That's the weather. Ooh, Lord.
Corey, what you got?
Oh, it's 70s, low, mid 70s.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
Gonna be 80s all next week though. So
Yeah, it's gonna be. One day it's supposed to get 89. I was like, that's hot.
Yeah, I needed to just stay right within the 70s, 75, 85. I just stay right there. we be good. All right, y'all on the platform, hold tight for me. Say good night to everybody else.